So the Green New Deal, why are the Ocasio-Cortezes, the Nancy Pelosi's, they're all in it. They all want this. And they think solar and wind and battery power are the future. No carbon dioxide polluting. Isn't it interesting? Carbon dioxide, it's a pollution. It's necessary for life. It's a requirement for life, and it's a pollutant, according to them. So they want to get rid of all fossil fuels. They want to go all alternative energy, which will become the mainstream, the norm. But here's the deal. There are people that are going to make loads of money off this, just as they have for some of these solar projects, even the one that have gone belly up, like, for example, Solyndra. Everyone's heard of Solyndra. When Solyndra came out of the box in the mid-2000s, you had credit agencies like Dun & Bradstreet, at the time, a great credit agency. They said it's only a fair deal. In other words, it's not red hot. If you're going to put money into this, there's just a fair chance that it's going to succeed. So what do investors like? Early investors especially like OPM, other people's money, and especially if they can find a sucker. So in this particular case, all the early investors into Solyndra found a sucker in that of the American taxpayer, and we coughed up $535 million. It was a guaranteed loan, $535 million. The American people were going to get interest on their money. Interest on their money for the American people was going to be about 1%. 1% interest on their money. $535 million. So it's really interesting because everybody was in on this. Oh, California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, who may as well be a Democrat. The Energy Secretary Stephen Chu, Joe Biden. Oh, yeah, they were all there for the opening. Barack Obama even showed up. Oh, yeah, he was there for the grand opening as well. It's really amazing. Solyndra was the most well-capitalized startup company ever in the Silicon Valley. I'll repeat that. You know, in the Silicon Valley, we've had high-tech titans, Google, Apple. Amazon was funded in the Silicon Valley. All of these huge companies, now enterprise companies that are dominating the world. Solyndra was the most well-capitalized startup in the history of the Silicon Valley. But Solyndra was burning through, by 2005, I should say, since 2005 to about 2008, 3 years, they burned through $1 billion of private equity. The $535 million was spent, and now things are starting to look a little bit different. Curiously, on the day after the 2010 midterm elections, so Barack Obama's, he's elected in 2008, then we have the 2010 midterms. The day after, this darling of the left, I mean, Barack Obama had been at the plant. He said when it's completed in a few months, this is what he said just before the election, when it's completed in a few months, Solyndra expects to hire 1,000 workers to manufacture solar panels and sell them all across America and around the world. That's what he said during his 2010 visit. All the cameras were there. This was a big deal. Barack Obama's in the house. This is amazing. On the day after the 2010 midterms, you know what happens? Solyndra made it public that it would be shutting down its original facility. They ended up going busto. And that $535 million loan that we, the people, gave them, gone. Oh, but you know who made money? All the early investors. They came out not just with the shirt on their back, but with a brand new house. Maybe it was their second or third house. This is the way they roll in the Silicon Valley, and this is why they're so excited about more green energy, because green energy for them translates to green in their bank account. Folks, I mean, just follow the money. That's what this is all about. Ocasio-Cortez may think it's all about, the future and saving the planet. I mean, she may be a true believer. But can I tell you something? People like Nancy Pelosi are the true deceivers. Brian Sussman filling in on this.